Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So today we're going to be talking all about drugstore BB creams. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for this video, but I have been testing BB creams for the past few months. I have tested every BB cream I could get my hands on, and I did that because I didn't want to just say, here are some BB creams that I use. I wanted to test all the BB creams on the market so that you guys don't have to, and I can tell you what I think is the best of the best. Those of you guys that have been watching my channel know that I have oily skin, so I'm coming from an oily skin perspective. So these are my favorite BB creams for oily skin. As always, everyone's skin is completely different, so there may be some BB creams in here that you don't like at all, and there may be some that you like that I don't like at all. Everyone's skin is a little bit different, so just keep that in mind while watching this. Before we get into the actual BB creams, I want to do kind of a brief overview of a BB cream for those of you that maybe aren't familiar with what they are. So BB cream actually stands for Beauty Balm or Blemish Balm, and it was originally used by dermatologists on patients after they had an intensive treatment, like some sort of a peel or laser treatment, and their skin was in a really vulnerable state. They would put a BB cream on it, which not only helped rejuvenate the skin, but it also concealed some of the redness as well as protected it from UV rays and the sun. So fast forward a little bit, Korea was actually the pioneer of making BB creams more of a mainstream product, not just used by dermatologists, and they started using BB creams as a cosmetic product. And then fast forward a little bit more, and Western culture started adopting BB creams within the last several years, and those are the BB creams that we see in drugstores. The main difference between the Western BB creams and the Asian BB creams are that the Western BB creams are first and foremost a makeup product, like a lightweight foundation, and sometimes they add in some skincare benefits like SPF or it's moisturizing, whereas with Asian BB creams, specifically Korean BB creams, they are a skincare item first and foremost, but they have makeup and coverage thrown in there as well. So you'll see a lot more skincare benefits with a Korean brand than you would, say, a L'Oreal. There's an excellent video here on YouTube that explains all of this in depth, and I will link that in the description box down below, but that's just like the gist of it. I have very Western BB creams as well as a Korean BB cream in my top 5 here, so you'll kind of see what I like about them, what I don't like about them. But let's go ahead and get into the first BB cream. So the first BB cream I'm going to talk about is this one by L'Oreal. This is the Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream. I got mine in the shade Light. Be warned, even though it's called Light, it is still a pretty dark color. They do make the color fair, so I'd recommend that if you have any paler skin tone than me, or even my skin tone. Sometimes this is a little bit too dark. The interesting thing about this BB cream is that it actually comes out white. The pigment's encapsulated, so it's not until you start blending it that you actually see the color come to life. I prefer applying this one. This is the only one of the BB creams. I prefer applying this one with my hands. I just find that it gives the nicest finish. This has more of a sheer coverage than most of the others that I'm going to be talking about. So this is a good BB cream if you're looking for more of a light to medium coverage, leaning toward light. If you have no real issues with your skin, you just want to even out your skin tone and have something that will stay pretty matte throughout the day, this is a good one. This is by far one of the most matte BB creams that I have found. So if you find that most BB creams are sliding off of your face within a few hours, I would give this one a shot. So as I mentioned before, this is a very Western BB cream. It's just basically a lightweight foundation. It does claim to hydrate the skin, but that's really all that it does in terms of skincare benefits. It has no SPF in it whatsoever. So this just kind of shows you that Western end of the BB cream spectrum. Okay, this next one again is a very Western BB cream, very limited skin benefits, more like a foundation than anything else, but it's called a BB cream and it's great for oily skin, so I wanted to include it. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. I have mine in the shade medium. This is definitely a deeper shade than most of these other BB creams. You'll see kind of a wide variety of shades depending on when I bought the BB creams, because my skin varies a lot in color because I get really tan really easily. But I like this one because it's oil-free and non-comedogenic. It's not going to break you out, and it does definitely keep oil at bay for a really long time. The consistency of this is a little bit thicker, so I prefer to apply it with a sponge. I just think the finish looks a lot more natural. Again, this has hardly any skin benefits. There's no SPF in it. It's more like a foundation than anything else. I wouldn't even call it a lightweight foundation because this has a solid medium coverage. It's a really high amount of coverage for a BB cream, but this does keep my oil at bay so well. This is probably the best one in terms of oil control of all of the ones I'm going to mention, but it's probably the worst one in terms of skin benefits. If you're looking for a BB cream to provide some skin benefits along with coverage, this is not the one for you. But if you're just looking for basically a foundation that's going to stay matte and won't clog your pores, this is a great one. Oil-free, long-lasting, very matte. Okay, this next one is not going to surprise anyone that has been watching me for a while, and it is the Garnier BB Cream Miracle Skin Perfector in the combination 2 oily formula. I freaking love this. I talk about it all the time. I've had this in a favorites video. I use it in tutorials all the time. This is one of my go-to holy grail products. And when I was researching all of these BB creams, I found out that Garnier, the original formula, was actually the first drugstore US BB cream that launched. This was the second formula they created, but I thought that was kind of a fun fact. The biggest downside to this one is the shade range. I think there's only 2 options. This is the light to medium shade, and it's already getting to be too light for my skin tone now that we're going into the summer months. This does have an SPF of 20 in it, which is awesome. It's not enough to replace the need for an SPF, but I like that it has that added protection. This is also extremely buildable, so you can apply this with a sponge and get a super sheer, very natural looking finish, or I prefer to apply it with a really dense brush. And if you apply this using patting motions with a dense brush, you can build this up to almost a medium coverage. The consistency of this is a super liquidy formula, so it feels extremely lightweight on the skin. Doesn't feel like you're wearing anything at all. It just kind of feels like a moisturizer. I wouldn't say that it's as matte as the other 2 I just mentioned, but that comes with most products that have an SPF in them. It's definitely way better than most of the other BB creams that I've tried. Okay, this next one I actually bought off of Target's website. I hadn't heard of it until I was researching every BB cream that ever was created, and I found this and I'm so glad I did. And it is the Lumene Bright Now Vitamin C BB Cream with SPF of 20 in it. So this product is exactly what I think of when I think of BB cream. It has an SPF in it, it has some skincare benefits, and it also has really decent coverage. And I stay just as matte with this one as I do with the Garnier one. So definitely a great formula for oily skin. You will have to blot throughout the day, but that again to be expected with an SPF of 20. I have mine in the shade Light, and this has a little bit more of a pinky undertone than what I prefer, but I can make it work when I blend it down my neck. I again prefer to apply this with a dense bristled brush, my Morphe M439 to be specific, and this provides really decent coverage. I would say it's almost a medium coverage, and for a BB cream that's fantastic. And the other thing I love about this is the fact that it has vitamin C in it, and vitamin C is known for anti-aging and brightening of the skin and fixing small imperfections. So as you guys know, I've mentioned a million times, I have some scarring from when I broke out really bad. So I've got little dark spots on my cheeks where my acne scars are still healing, and I have actually noticed a very slight difference since I started using this as my everyday BB cream, because it does have brightening properties in it, and it's not going to fix your skin, it's not going to replace the need for a night treatment or a morning treatment, but I kind of feel like I'm wearing a serum that's helping my skin all day long rather than a foundation or something that I feel like might be hurting my skin. So this has actually been my go-to ever since I bought it. I have been using this on a daily basis and I absolutely love it. If I was going to rank all of the BB creams within the ones I'm mentioning, the Garnier is my favorite and this would be my second favorite. Okay, and this last one is actually a Korean brand. This is the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I got this off of Target's website. So this is the priciest of the bunch. It's about $20, but I personally think it's worth it because this is supposed to be and is the only one of all of these that could be your one-step morning routine. Rather than washing your face and applying a moisturizer, an SPF, and a foundation, you would wash your face and apply this. It has an SPF of 42, which is fantastic for a BB cream. It has some serious coverage. It has about a medium coverage, and it has a ton of skincare benefits and anti-aging properties in it, as well as moisturizing properties in it. So this kind of replaces all of the steps that you take in the morning with just one product. I also love that it has a pump, even though I had to pump it like 20 times when I was using it for the first time, but now I love it. And it's a nice yellow undertone, which is what I need. It matches my skin tone really well, and I know it will even better when I'm a little bit tanner. Again, I like applying this with a dense brush. This is probably the worst one for oil control, and I think that's because of the SPF of 42 in it. There's only so much oil control you can have with that high of an SPF, so there's a little bit of a trade-off there. The only thing I would change about this is the scent. It smells like a very dated perfume in my opinion, and it's a pretty strong scent. But other than that, I think this is a really great product for those of you looking for that all-in-one BB cream. So those are all of the BB creams that I wanted to talk through today. Those are my 5 favorite for my oily skin. So hopefully this gave you somewhere to start if you're in the search for a BB cream. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite BB creams are. I would love to know. Don't forget to subscribe and click that like button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.